recently we bought virtual reality, the VR, like the game.
Yeah.
That one. And when I put that one on, I really literally think I am in another world.
Yes.
Like our mind is so easy to be tricked.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Well, you know, like I say, you're in the virtual reality machine right now.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great one.
It's like until I feel that, like I put that glasses on, and then I feel the whole new world. And when I take it off, I kind of feel that is like a snap I have that breaks this reality here, so that I don't feel this reality is that real anymore. I think that's a really good experience to kind of feeling that this is a virtual reality game too.
Well, you know, it's only a matter of time before they invent a virtual reality machine that is actually more convincing than this virtual reality. And people won't ever want to take it off.
Oh.
That's right.
and you see, that's what you have here. That's what this is. I mean, the body mind is a brilliant virtual reality machine. And it's created a virtual reality that is so convincing that people will stay with it until the machine breaks down.
Then we're just come here to play like a game.
Well, isn't it? Isn't it? It's just a game, of course. Of course. Now, there's a few people, some of them are here right now, who are starting to get that this isn't real, that it's just a virtual reality. And they want to know what is real then.
Oh.
So you see now for a seeker, that is the ultimate. That's what they're in for, to do that, to find out what is real, you see? And not to become like totally lost in a virtual reality machine until the machine breaks down. I mean, everyone's getting released. None of these machines last forever, you know, so you just take the ride until the ride breaks down. But the idea here is that you can see that this isn't real, that you're having an experience and you're having thoughts and adventures and all of this, whatever life brings you. But none of it has anything to do with reality. It's just a show. And you're in the middle of your particular show with this particular virtual reality machine, body, mind, having these particular experiences. But you know, you have experiences when you sleep at night. You dream all kinds of things happened, and you think you went somewhere and you think you did something, and you wake up and you see you never left the bed. Well, that's the deal here too. Even though you're traveling around a tiny little planet and you're doing this and you're doing that, and you're going in your car and you're meeting people and you're doing all these things are happening. It's the same thing as your dream last night. It's all imaginary. It's all pretend. None of it has any real substance. And when you see, you were born. Prior to that, who were you before you were born? Who will you be after you die? What I'm saying is, you will be exactly the same as you were before you were born as you will be after you die, you see. It's all the same. So it's the same thing as what happens when you have a dream and you wake up. You see, you never went anywhere. But even though this is a more elaborate dream, where you travel around a little planet somewhere and all these things happen, it's the same thing because you came from somewhere, and when you wake up, you're right there again. Nothing ever happened. You never moved anywhere. And the trick is to understand and to see that that essence of who you are, who you were before you were born, is right here now. It's always here now. It's always been here, you see. And the amazing thing is that we all came from the same place. We're all going to the same place. We are all one. The essence of who we are is identical. Only the dream character has differences and distinctions. But the essence of who we are is everything. Everything is one. So you see, we're the same. We've always been the same.
So we're like one giant mana pool that gets recycled, like Newtonian's law, energy is transferred, never dies type thing.
I don't know. I don't know if I understand those concepts, but we are, you can see this, I think, that the same thing that makes your heartbeat makes my heartbeat. And without that, there's no life. Nothing here goes on without that, okay? All of this is based in movement. Now, the great teachers like Ramesh and Baba and all of them are talking about that stillness, you see? That really what we're looking at is complete silence and stillness. But here, because stillness includes everything, it must also include movement. So you have here something that is locked in movement. The heartbeat, movement, time, movement, that sense of moving along in life. So all it is within the whole of everything, you have this tiny speck which has a distinction, movement. And within that movement, you create a whole world, but it's just a tiny speck of a world, okay? So it's just like Earth. You see, Earth seems like the whole world to us. In fact, we call it the world. The world is Earth, okay? Now, just step out, go to outer space, look at Earth. Let's go to Jupiter. Let's look at Earth now. What is it? It's a pale blue dot in the distance. You probably could still point to it. Okay, let's go further. Let's go out of this solar system. What is Earth now? It's nothing. Can't even find it. Need a really powerful telescope to see it. No, you see, our whole world is truly just a speck that is truly nothing, you see? So what you're looking at is this speck within which there's distinction, within which there's movement. The earth moves around the sun. There's movement. The heart beats. There's movement. You were born. You live. You die. There's movement, you see? But in the wholeness that you are, what predominates is stillness. Stillness. Of course, there's still this movement going on, but it's nothing compared to the stillness, you see? So the mind looks at space and all it sees are the planets and the stars. And it says, that's real, that's real, that's real. But what are you looking at? You're looking at 99.999% space. And the mind says that's nothing, okay? But that's because the mind only sees distinction. And that which has no distinction to the mind is nothing. But in fact, that which has no distinction is everything. The stillness is everything. The oneness, it's everything. So all it is that you're looking at everything through a mind, and the mind is confined to recognizing distinctions in movement. Okay? It's just, the mind is not a good tool for you. Certainly, you would not want to be a mind. You would not want to allow the mind to claim ownership of you. That would be silly, because all these bodies come with minds. And if you look around this world, you'll see that the minds are not really very sophisticated tools. They're easily fooled. I mean, just in this country alone, we have minds believing totally opposite things. Same event, totally opposite things. It's crazy. Why in the world would you want to allow the mind to claim ownership of you? You see? It's crazy. That which you are cannot be owned, but that which you are not is claiming ownership of you. I wouldn't want to be that character.